Good morning guys, welcome to a new vlog. I'm so excited to be filming a weekly vlog this week. It's been a few weeks since I was on a trip, and then I shared with you my new morning routine that I've been doing, and that has been like a game changer in terms of like feeling structured and focused in the morning. So if you haven't watched that one yet and you're interested, I'll share it here. I'm gonna have some tea. I'm feeling like having tea, and I actually have, let me prop you there. A friend of mine offered me this tea a while back. It was probably like a year and a half ago already. I can't believe. She brought this from Estonia. Thanks, Hannah, if you're watching this. And it's a oolong tea from Taiwan. And it's like a really, really good, like if you're into tea, this is like really good tea. This is my lunch. I had a smoothie for breakfast, and I just heated up some leftover broth with some noodles. I added some broccoli and an egg and some sesame seeds and a little kimchi. And that's gonna be my lunch today.
Some eggs and then like all the seasonings, salt, pepper, a bit of garlic powder. I think this is gonna taste good. It doesn't look good, but I think it'll taste good.
Okay, I'm just coming here to tell you about my nail products because I'm doing them in the living room, but it's so dark in there you can't see anything. So I'm just coming here. So I don't know if some of you might remember, maybe you might not, you maybe never have noticed. Last year I did a few times, for a time I was going to the nail salon, and it was not really a salon, but I would go to the nail lady, and she would be doing my nails, and I would get I did gel quite a few times, and then I also did semi-permanent, I think, or like gel reinforcement on natural nails, so no extensions. And early this year, so almost a year ago, I stopped doing them because I was noticing, well, first, like sometimes, a nail would come off like after a week or two, or it would break, and then I'd have to go and fix it. And not only like it took 2 hours to get them done, so like just like finding and taking the time to do that, and then also noticing that like my nails underneath were like getting a little bit fragile and they weren't able to breathe. And then I decided, okay, I'm gonna take some time off. It felt like very expensive, and I was fine with the price as long as like it would last like at least 3 weeks, but it didn't. So anyways, I stopped doing them, and then when I stopped, my nails were struggling. Like, I don't think I took photos, but they would break and break and break and break, and it took a long time until they started feeling healthy and strong again. And I'm sure this is something very common across ladies who do their nails. And then if you it's kind of like the thing that like you don't want to stop, because you know that if you stop, then that's what's going to happen, and it's kind of a vicious cycle. And I knew like if I wanted to have really healthy nails, like natural nails, I needed to take a break from these treatments. And I hadn't done them for a very long time, so I cannot imagine how it would be for someone who've been doing them, who's been doing them for many, many years. Anyways, my nails, I just did like a little just clean up manicure right now. This is my natural nails right now. They have nothing on them. I just filed them and cleaned up the cuticles. They look very dehydrated because before I did the nail treatment, I used to do, and I've since also been doing them, but like for the majority, I've been doing my nails at home. Either I've kept them natural, but I find that like when I keep them natural, it's hard to say, like they'll break more easily because they don't have that extra coating of protection. So I like to do semi-permanent at home, and I was using, so I often get asked what I use, and I've been using since years. I have used this one, the Gel Shine base top coat colors from Sephora by OPI. So it was like a, I don't know, I guess a collaboration. I don't know if these exact ones exist anymore, but they were good, you know. And then I also have been using a bit of the Modelones ones, which were sent to me like a while back. These ones were thicker and like harder and like in a way lasted longer than these ones, but these also were harder to take off if you didn't have like one of those filing machines, which I don't have. So when they would like come off, or I would try to take it off, it would like rip my nail, and you don't want to do that. So I recently went to the store, and I was also looking for new like colors and options. So then I found this brand called Neonail, which this is not sponsored by them at all. Like I bought this with my own money. But I saw this at the store, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. And I got the Revital Base Fiber. This is in protein enriched base, and this one I got it in a little like nude shade. I haven't tried it yet, but I wanted like a nude shade, natural shade. This is like the color I would always go for at the salon. So I know this is like a go-to, and then I can just use this as a base, and then the top coat. I got the hard top high gloss UV gel top coat. By the way, these are all like UV. You need a UV lamp. And then I wanted a color, and I've been really loving like chocolate brown, and so when I saw this gorgeous chocolate brown nail polish, I was like, yeah. So this is also a semi-permanent. So I'm gonna try these, and I'll show you the final result. Yeah. Okay, just finished doing the nails. I'm just applying some oil for the hands and the cuticles. I really like to finish with this because it feels so good, even when I don't do my nails, but like just like a little massage. It's rosehip oil, and it smells so good. Okay, so this is my nails now. I decided not to go for the brown color just because I had never used these polishes. I wanted to like feel them and like see how they apply and everything before I went in with like a more, you know, a darker color that I wouldn't know how it would react. But it's gone really well, so I think when this one wears off, I can go in with the brown and try that out. But yeah, very happy with the result. Hands feel clean and hydrated and really good. I'm trying to bring some sunshine with this yellow cardigan today because it's so gray and gloomy. It's such like peak November weather, and I think we were really lucky the last few weeks because we had so much sun. But yeah, now I think November is really starting to hit. Good morning. So one of my friends having her birthday, and I'm having lunch with her today. So I'm just packing her little gift. That was such a fast gift wrap. Voila! It's a little journal. It's a journal to track your period. And I know she was really like into regulating her cycle, and I felt like this could be something she appreciates. Okay, I'm wearing yellow. It's not a color I wear a lot. This is like an egg color, egg yolk. Really like it. And it's this very fuzzy thing, and it's like a pale yellow. It's a very mild one. And I find with like my slightly darker hair, it contrasts really nicely too. Yeah, I've been wearing this a lot, and this is from Nothing Written, and same those shoes. They were sent to me recently, and they have been like so worn. So yeah, also packed the gift in this beautiful like flower paper, so pretty. And voila. Oh, and I need a little bag. Little bag. Voila! I'm going out for a little lunch. It's also the town's like, I don't know, it's like the town's day, the town's, what do you call it? Party? No. It's like a, I don't know, I don't know the English word. Anyways, I'm going there now. See you! Big thank you to Squarespace for working with me on this video. I've been working with Squarespace for over 5 years now, and I am in love with their all-in-one website platform. Whether you want to create a blog, an online store, or even a membership area, Squarespace is the place to go. Okay, now let's focus on 3 things I love specifically about Squarespace. The first one is design intelligence. Squarespace has combined 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with AI technology to unlock your strongest creative potential, which means that it can really empower anyone to build a beautiful, more personalized website, a page that is very professional and tailored to your unique needs. Design intelligence also helps you in crafting a digital identity to use across your entire online presence. My next favorite feature on Squarespace is a new one, and it's Blueprint AI. This built-in AI website builder really helps you in creating a fully custom website. By asking you questions, it creates an interactive design system and transforms basic information about your brand or business into an elevated online presence. You can curate and share premium quality content automatically with this built-in feature and make it match to your profile and your aesthetics. And lastly, I love the ability to sell content on Squarespace. They make it really easy for you to sell access to content on your websites, like online courses, blogs, videos, and memberships. You can earn recurring revenue by keeping your content behind a paywall. You simply set a price and you choose whether to charge a one-time fee or a subscription for access to exclusive content you don't share anywhere else. Head over to squarespace.com for a free trial, and whenever you're ready to launch, you can go to squarespace.com/ChloeKien to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. The link is down in the description, and if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out at any point. Good morning. Please welcome my morning hair and my little and my imperfect skin. My skin is broken out so much after coming back from our trip to Sicily. I think I definitely overindulged in ice cream and tiramisu. So yeah, sugar altogether, and it's been quite crazy, but slowly it's recovering. I wanted to tell you that I wanted to I wanted to do a little book update because I finished this book I almost read the whole thing while we were on the trip, but then I think there was like, I don't know, maybe like this much left, and I finished it the week after. So anyways, I'm done. I think this would have taken me so long to finish if I wasn't on a trip, but because I was on vacation, I spent so much time reading, and I love that I took this on the trip. I think, as I said, like at home it would have been hard for me to like get through this. It's very unlike a lot of the books that I've read. So Clara and the Sun is a sci-fi book, but it's also not really sci-fi because like AI is such a big thing now. And basically it talks about Clara, who is a AF, which is an artificial friend that is made out of artificial intelligence, and she's like a human robot basically, and you can buy her as an artificial friend, and then she gets bought by this woman for her daughter. Her name's Josie, and yeah, it kind of follows their relationship, and also it is all the narration is from Clara's point of view, so the robot, and I think that like draws instantly like kind of some intimate feeling towards the robot, but at the same time it's kind of weird. Like it doesn't feel that intimate. It feels a bit weird initially to like kind of really understand and put yourself in that perspective, or at least it did for me. But then once it was, I felt like there was not much happening in the book because Clara is very observative. So she observes a lot, she notices a lot of details and a lot of things, which is so beautiful. And I think in a way it's like a reminder for us as humans to be more present. But she's got that personality, let's say. So I like that, but I didn't like that the book, there wasn't much actually going on, but then at the same time there was, but it wasn't, it was kind of like, I don't know, I felt bored in the book at some times. I couldn't quite relate with everyone so deeply. I thought though it was a very interesting concept. I had not read something like that before, and I find just the fact that like the author made me feel emotional. Like I genuinely felt empathy and emotional, and like in this one, the fact that like I felt emotional for a character that is not even human, it's a human robot. I thought that was like, there was still like something where I was like, okay, like something was done or written in a way in this book where, I don't know, like it just generated emotions in me. Was interesting, and I think for that, I think was something that I will definitely carry on moving forward when I think of this. So will I read another book from this author? Maybe, but definitely not right now. It didn't make me fall in love with that kind of book. I think also just as I've been reading more and more over the last few years, I had a long phase, well, maybe a year-long phase where I read like books from like so many different genres, and there's still so many like types of books that I haven't tried. But I think like the more I read and continue to do so, the more I realize, okay, what kind of books really like resonate with me, and then also which don't. And you know, I shouldn't force myself to read books just because they're popular. But it's still, I like that sometimes popular books trigger my curiosity in reading them, and then through that I discover something new. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Anyway, so I finished this. And I think like either it can be your cup of tea or it won't, like, or it will just be kind of blah, but I don't think so. I feel like it's either a book like some people really, really loved and some people really, really didn't like. I think there was also a lot of expectations of this one following Never Let Me Go from the same author, at least from what I've heard from the people who've DM'd me. So yeah. And I just started reading this one this week. I felt like I really wanted a personal development, like productivity. I felt like reading a practical book again with some like research and tools to use. It's called 4,000 Work Weeks, Time Management for Mortals by Oliver Berkman. Yeah. So I was recommended, I think I saw a recommendation for this book on a YouTube video, maybe one from Ali Abdal, but don't quote me on this. I might not be 100% sure. Anyways, I thought, okay, I would love a book like specifically about time management, because last year I went through a burnout. It was like there was no such thing as time management on my head because obviously I was just in survival mode. But then this year I started doing better and I started being productive again and you know, wanting to work on projects and creating content more regularly and challenging myself with some new endeavors and, you know, whatever. But one thing that I've noticed, if I compare my routine back to what it used to be when I was like full on YouTubing, is that although nowadays, like I sometimes would wake up just as early, it would take me a lot longer to like get started in the day. And sometimes I just would feel like I lost time. Like I not necessarily wasted it, but like the time was moving so fast and I was moving so slow. And not that I was trying to move fast, because when I try to move fast, I can definitely move fast, but I think I really approached this kind of like slow life kind of thing, that like, you know, I would wake up at 6 a.m. and by 9-10 a.m. I still wouldn't have been sat down at my computer starting work. And I work from home, so I don't have any commute. So like, okay, it's fine if I choose to use that, you know, that time to like exercise or read or, you know, do things that are really good for me. But like, if they're just being wasted, like being on my phone for 40 minutes looking at something and then 5 minutes later forgetting what I was even looking for, or answering messages, or, you know, like not really being focused and intentional with my time. So I felt like I really wanted to read this and to, yeah, maybe see if there are any tools. Right now I'm very much at the beginning. I'm like at page 26, so I just highlighted a few quotes. This is something I love to do when I read books, and actually like the last line that I read last night I thought was really on point, and I'm gonna read it to you. It says, "The trouble with attempting to master your time, it turns out, is that time ends up mastering you." Because in a way, like you're it's like you're trying to like get on time, but then it's actually like the ruler there is time. So it's really interesting, and I'm really curious to see where this book's gonna go, and if there are any like practical tools that will be revealed, or that might like, you know, be a haha moment for me in my life, or what I can implement in the upcoming weeks and upcoming days. But yeah, I find like it's just these kind of books kind of like create structure for me. They're practical. They get me really back down to earth, which has been really helpful and inspiring for me as I've been a bit more like flowing with things, which is also good. And I was not doing that before as much. So I'm just trying to balance out my like feminine and masculine energies, and I feel like I definitely have a lot of feminine energy in how I move about my day, and I want to implement a little bit more of masculine structure just to be a little bit more focused and have a little bit more clarity, and also just like, yeah, feel like mentally more clear, not feel like my days are just like a mix of like multitasking and, you know, going from one place to the next but never finishing anything. So yeah, I'll let you know what I think about this, but so far so good. One thing that I've also started doing, because it's winter and usually in winter I like to pick up a knitting project. I did a crochet balaclava a couple years ago, and then last year I attempted at doing this scarf that I'm doing now, and I didn't manage, and then I gave up on the project, so I picked it up again this year and somehow I managed. It's called the Sophie scarf. I'll put a link down below in the description, and it's like a knitted little scarf, so it will be small and thin and like to tie in the front, and it is this yarn I got in Copenhagen, so I wouldn't be able to link it for you. I got it in like a yarn shop, and it's 100% cashmere, and it's so soft, so soft, and I feel like it's gonna be a really good easy project for me to like get into knitting. And you can see it's not like perfect, and it's, you know, there's definitely, yeah, it's definitely homemade, but I think for me I actually like the fact that it's not gonna be perfect and that it will really look, you know, handmade. And yeah, maybe if I get really fast into knitting, maybe that'll be a design that I start making for friends or family. I think that's such a cute gift to offer someone. And I actually bought a scarf. It's not here, but I've got like a brown scarf that I've been wearing a lot, that I really love, from Massimo Dutti, and yeah, I've been wearing it nonstop, and it's a similar pattern that I'm following with this one, like the shape of it and the design. So I know for sure that this is gonna be a piece that I'll end up actually using and wearing a lot. So yeah, that's been my project, my new little creative project. Also, my hair looks so crazy. Anyone else gets those little like side curls? Looks like double ears. Anyways, good morning. I just turned the Christmas tree on. The tree, it's just a tree, but a lot of you were asking like what kind of tree it is, what kind of plant. It's a ficus, and I got it, like it was already in the apartment when I moved in. The previous renter, who lives downstairs, she's my lovely neighbor, she owned this and she couldn't fit it in her downstairs apartment, and she asked if I would kindly plant sit it. I don't know if that's a term, but yeah. Love this tree, and I use it every year as my Christmas tree and put some lights on it. I've got some really exciting announcement to tell you guys. We're hosting another retreat. For those of you who remember, we did one retreat, our first ever Heidi retreat, in August in the mountains in the Swiss Alps this summer with one of my best friend. It's just the two of us hosting. It's a very small, intimate retreat, and we're having our first winter edition, and it's going to take place in February from the 17th to the 21st of February. We're so excited to take you guys to the mountains in the winter, where obviously everything's going to be covered in snow, and we're going to go sledding and snowshoeing and do lots of like snow activities, lots of winter activities, also lots of things like to calm down our nervous system and relax and rest, and use that beginning period of the year to set intentions for the year ahead, and to really have a really great mix of self-care, intentional rest, and just like a really cozy week in a cabin in the mountain in Switzerland. And yeah, we'd love to have you here. I'd love to meet you guys and spend this week with you. There's very few spots available, so if you're interested, make sure you send us an email at heidiretreats@gmail.com to either get further information or book your spot. You can find all of the information on my website, which is chloekian.com/Heidi Retreats, and on there you can find all of the information regarding the retreat. I'll put the link down below. It's going to be such a cozy, lovely week filled with amazing, warming, home-cooked foods, and just like the cozy cabin winter vibe. So yeah, can't wait to connect with you, and yeah, meet you guys early next year. I'm already sharing this with you now since I see the months passing by so quick, and yeah, I just wanted to put this out there for any of you guys who are already planning your winter holidays. That's it for today's vlog, this week's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to find more like daily updates and daily like things and content, check my Instagram and TikTok, where I upload daily outfits and some posts, makeup, get ready with me, skincare routine, yeah, lots of different things. So yeah, definitely check those out if you want to have a more consistent update from me. And yeah, thank you all so much for being here, for spending this time on this vlog this week, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye. Ceci est un médicament autorisé. Demandez conseil à votre spécialiste et lisez la notice d'emballage.